somebody's got a birthday. Goldeneye, celebrating 30 years this year in 2025. It blows my mind. This film, it's what got me into James Bond. It's what made me like the films, the action, the gadgets, everything that goes with this series. And of course, the music. Now, at the time, I was into a very different genre of music. So this song didn't grab me as much as obviously the film and the video game. Because if you grew up in the 90s, you played GoldenEye 64. But coming back to this track, and I haven't heard it in a little while, and I purposely didn't listen to it because I wanted this to be something genuine. Now, there are elements that I do remember from the song because I think I listened to it about 3 months ago in the car. And I don't think I even got all the way through it because it was just like a gas station trip. But having said that, we're going to jump in. We're going to listen to the song. Of course, I'm going to stop. I'm going to talk about some things that jump out to me. And we're going to kind of break down this track. Now, before I do, a little bit of backstory, and some of you may already know this, but this song was actually written by Bono and The Edge of U2. And initially the studio, I think they wanted Bono and The Edge or U2 to perform the song. And Bono was very adamant. He said, no, this is not the song for us. We want Tina Turner to sing it. So he really pushed, and he sent her off a really bad demo tape of the audio, and they talked about that in The Sound of 007 on Amazon. Go ahead and check this out. I'll be right back.
We were blown away when Bono and The Edge said that they wanted to do it. When we heard what they came up with, we loved it. They told us they didn't want to perform it. They thought it should be a female vocalist, and who better than Tina Turner?
I was sitting at my home in Zurich, and Bono sent me the worst demo. He kind of threw it together as if he thought I wasn't going to do it. I think he was hoarse. I don't think he really meant for me to sing it. And he said to me, I cannot let anyone else write the song because me and my wife spent our honeymoon at in Plymouth's place, Goldeneye. Lace and leather with a golden eye to the spots. And he said, it's a little bit rough. And how do I put this together? It wasn't showing me what the melody was. Forever to see what he said to me, dear Tina, this is very rough. You probably won't get it, but in the recording studio, we'll get it together. And truly enough, it came together in the studio.
So clearly, there was a bit of a struggle there for them to get on the same page. But obviously, things worked out in the end. They got in the studio together, wrote a wonderful track, very, very old school, follows some of the tropes, if you will, of writing a Bond song. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's check out Goldeneye by Tina Turner.
Reflections on the water, more than darkness in the depths. See him surface in every shadow. On the wind I feel his breath. Goldeneye, I found his weakness. Goldeneye, he'll do what I please. Goldeneye, sweetness, but a bitter kiss will bring him to his knees.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. So, starting off the song, and first and foremost, 30 years. I still can't believe it's been that long ago. This feels like just yesterday. But Now, the song we're listening to, the version, we're actually listening to the music video that was produced. The actual real song, the final complete, has a bit of a longer intro to it. Personally, I think this was a good judgment call to kind of cut it. It adds about another almost, I want to say, 10 to 12 seconds of just that opening bump, 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 bump. And it just kind of drags out the intro a little bit. Her vocals coming in when they do, that's much more studio, that's much more of a produced kind of pop version of the song where they want the vocals coming in much, much quicker. Now in the lyrics, I like the way she refers to Goldeneye as a character. And in many ways, if you pay attention to what she's saying, it's almost like she's talking about Trevelyan. So kind of listen to what she says a little bit. We're going to go ahead and jump back in. I just kind of wanted to point those couple pieces out.
See him surface in every shadow. On the wind I feel his breath. Goldeneye, I found his weakness. Goldeneye, he'll do what I please. Goldeneye, no time for sweetness, but a bitter kiss will bring him to his knees. You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows as a child. You'll never know how it feels to be the one who's left behind. You'll never know the days, the nights, the tears I've cried. But now my time has come, and time is not on your side.
Okay. I love the instrumentation here. And you kind of saw me doing it. It's that piano kind of walk down that they're doing, and it's so subtle, but it fills out the sound, especially because in the early part of this song that we're in still, Tina's kind of holding her lower register. We just heard a little bit of her going up right there at the end. And we're going to hear more. She gets bigger. This song opens up quite a bit, but quite a bit. But it's those little elements that between the two of them, they were able to kind of push into this song and really elevate it to another level. And it also gives it that more Bondian, if that's a word, Bond kind of feel to it. All right, let's jump back in.
The tears I've cried, but now my time has come, and time is not on your side. See him move through smoke and mirrors, feel his presence in the crowd. Other girls, they gather around him. If I had him, I wouldn't let him out. Goldeneye, not lace or leather. Golden chain taken to the spot. Goldeneye, I'll show him forever. It'll take forever to see what I've got.
Okay. So you may have heard that sound. I was kind of using my hand and going like a wow, wow, wow sound. That actually was created by an emu Proteus. I'll put that on the screen. Emu Proteus. So almost giving like a wah wah sound, like a guitar. I don't think that's a guitar though. I think it is that emu Proteus. So, and these are the layers I'm talking about when you're writing a Bond song that give it the feel that every one of them kind of have a similar kind of sound to them. Now, obviously, just like Tomorrow Never Dies, where I covered that one in my last video, which if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video so you can check that one out. But in that one, there's a lot of brass. And that's a very key thing with a lot of the Bond songs, as well as we get a big, bold, brassy sound. And that's kind of what gives Bond that classic vibe that it goes back to John Barry. Okay, let's jump back in. I'm going to take it back to that point because I want you to hear that again. Okay, here we go.
Other girls, they gather around him. If I had him, I wouldn't let him out. Goldeneye, not lace or leather. Golden chain, take him to the spot. Goldeneye, I'll show him forever. It'll take forever to see what I've got. You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows as a child. You'll never know how it feels to get so close and be denied. It's a gold and honey trap I got for you tonight. Revenge, it's a kiss. This time I won't miss. Now I've got you in my sight. With a golden eye. With a golden eye. Golden eye.
Okay. What a big ending there. And it's a different ending from the original track. The original song just kind of continues to go through and just kind of say Goldeneye over again, kind of on repeat. Very similar to what we saw with Sheryl Crow, I believe, as well as obviously the great Shirley Bassey and Diamonds Are Forever. And Goldfinger, if we're going all the way back too. So what did we think of this song? Does this song still hold its own? Personally, for me, it does. It stays within the sandbox of sound that makes up Bond. It gets creative in spots. We get some differences, but there's a lot of similarities here. And this song really does kind of follow the Bond, if you will, I guess, format of how to write a good Bond song. Whether or not you like Tina Turner as a performer, I think she did an absolutely wonderful job on this track. And truth be told, this was one of her last big performances or singles. Shortly after 1999, she would go on to release her 10th studio album, and that was 24/7. And it was received with some moderate success. She did break the top 10 in the UK charts, so there was definitely a fan base there, of course, still following her and loving her music. However, when it comes to Goldeneye, I feel like this was the song that prevented her from retiring. I think this was the track that got her excited, that really put a smile on her face. You could see it in all of the promotional shots they took of her and the video, and around the time of the press tour for the film release. She was very vibrant, very alive in that time and in those moments. And I think that helped push her to write her final album. Goldeneye, where do we stand? Is it for you? Is it a top 5? Is it your favorite song? I want to hear down in the comments below. If you've gotten this far in the video, I would appreciate a comment, and let me know that you got to the end of the video. Comment down below with a golden heart. Let me know if this song is for you. We're going to get on to the next one. Coming up, we're going to be diving back in time, going back to License to Kill. You already know who sings it. I'll see you in that one. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, Merry Christmas, 007.